Fraser, good morning.
How's the injury situation, not just from the internationals, but the one or two injuries you got in the Arsenal game as well?
We won't be sure really, Fraser, till probably tomorrow. I mean, we've got two or three today that are going to go out and train just with the medical staff and see how they are. You know, people like Adebayo had a hamstring injury, Sandra had a calf strain, you know, Aaron Lennon, people like that. Chaluka's come back with a foot injury. Nico Cranchar's tore a thigh muscle quite badly. So there's a few of them still. Obviously, people like David Bentley, who was on loans, had a nasty operation, he's out long term, you know. So we just really got to see how we go today and have a look tomorrow again for Sunday.
Now, a quick reflection on international week there before we look at Newcastle. One thing that was overlooked was you seem to be the biggest winner in the way it concluded in the African qualifying. All four of your African players will be with you in January.
Yeah.
How surprised are you at that, and how big a boost is that? You can have them all.
Well, I can't say I was pleased. They won't be happy, will they? Well, I mean, when they came in yesterday, I just said, oh no, unlucky lads, you know. Really sad to see it, but no, they're okay. So.
But when others are losing, Arsenal losing Fabinho, Sherman, Newcastle losing Bad, and Tiote, when you get into that winter period, it's important.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that is a problem when you sign too many African players. It can be a problem with the African Nations Cup, obviously, but no, it's okay. It's worked out okay for us.
Staying on the internationals, what was your immediate reaction to hear that Rooney got 3 games?
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't, you know, it was only when I started reading he was only going to get 1 that I thought, well, you know, because in this country, for violent conduct, which is what it was, I mean, if you kick somebody, obviously it's violent conduct, you get 3 games. So I took it when it happened that he was going to get 3 games. Then I pick up the paper next day and it says he's only going to get 1 game. So, you know, I thought that's a result. 1 game is a fantastic result for England. But, you know, then it looked like maybe it could be 2, but I was certainly surprised when it was 3, even though the rules in England state that it's 3 games for violent conduct.
How big a blow do you think it is for England?
Oh, it's a massive blow, for sure. He's a fantastic player, top player, and, you know, he's a top striker. Without a doubt, there's no doubt about that. But I think there's other people that I'm sure Fabio Capello will, you know, look at it. Steven Gerrard can play in behind the front man and do that job fantastic, you know. Frank Lampard can do that and score goals from midfield. So it's not as if we're short of goals, you know, in other areas of the team. Ashley Young's in great form. So whoever the manager picks, I'm sure he'll juggle around with it. But Rooney is very important. It will be a loss.
How big a kind of lesson do you think it is for him? What's happened?
But it should be a big lesson, you know, for Wayne, shouldn't it? You know, there's no doubt he's a great talent, amazing player. But you know, he's done it before. You know, if we're honest about it, he's done it a few times. You know, he's had a few, but you know, he seemed to have been have got over that. You know, but I think after he did it, it was almost he realised he'd made a big error. He sort of you could see the look on his face. You know, he accepted what he'd done and walked off the pitch without arguing with anybody. And obviously, he would have regretted it after the game. You know, because he, as I keep saying, he's a top footballer. There's no doubt about that. I think when he plays, he makes a big difference to the England team.
Yeah. And why would you explain then why you would definitely take him, given he's out the first 3
Well,
games?
I think you've got to take him. You'll end up taking the group of players that we take it off, and a big group of them won't even get anywhere near playing or even getting their kit on. So why not take Wayne? Because I'm sure we can if we get through the qualifying stages, he's going to be a massive player to come in and make the difference for us if we're trying to go, you know, to progress in a competition.
And if England have got enough to get through the group stage, it can be a blessing in disguise. He's fresh, he's not injured. Other players can be.
Yeah, I mean, you'd rather have him at the start to make sure you get through. That's for sure. He's a big loss, but if he, you know, you certainly I would take him, but that's only my opinion. You know, it's up to the manager.
How do you feel going into this Newcastle game? Because it's been 4 Premier League wins in a row now. Do you feel now the team has peaked after the start of the season?
Yeah, I always felt we would come. I knew we would come good. There was never any doubt about that. You know, we had a difficult start and we had big problems with the team. You know, before the first 2 games, And then we bought a couple of players in, the team settled down, we got one or two back, we had got over a few problems that we had with players, you know, that were here and didn't want to be here and that have left, and Luca's here and playing well now. So we're a much better team than the team that started the first two games. Even though the first game of the season at Man United was 70 minutes, I felt we matched them and there was nothing in the game. So, but no, I've been delighted the way we've played.
You're amazed how well it's worked out with Luca. Given what's happening at Man City and Tevez, it could have gone that way with Luca.
In what way? What do you mean with?
No, it's been brilliant. His head down.
Oh no, it couldn't have gone that way with Luca. No, not a chance. Luca wouldn't refuse to do, wouldn't not come on the pitch or do anything. Luca, every day he came in, he trained well. You know, I think his head was in a mess when it came to starting a game. He felt he had a bit of a hamstring, and I think everything had got on top of him. But as a boy, you couldn't. I've said a million times to you, you couldn't meet a nicer fella than Luca. He wouldn't dream of coming in and disrupting anything, disrupting the training. If he had done, he may well have got away. If he had been a nasty person, he may well have got his move, because he may have been disruptive, and in the end we may have had to say, well, I might have said to the chairman, look, this can't go on. You know, you don't need too many around like that. But he wasn't. He just got on with it, and that was probably the big key in, you know, that we've all come through it all, and he's still here.